Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Nimithrandur, and today we'll be covering two topics. The first being an anecdote involving Varka and Godwin, presumably, considering that I see Varka over there talking with Glory. And the second item of note is going to be Mona's witch's homework. It's been far too long since I actually got any of the other witch's homework done, so about time I did Mona's, I thought. But first, let's see what Varka is up to, and whether Godwin will finally get his comeuppance.
Isn't that Varka and Glory? Don't tell Paimon Godwin's run away again!
Miss Glory, in accordance with Godwin's personal wishes and the need to keep a small force stationed in Nodcry, I'm afraid he'll be away for some time longer. The reason I've come to see you today is to inform you of the situation and to read this letter on Godwin's behalf. My Lady Glory, at this very moment, I am writing to you over a glass of fine wine.
My lady?
Although the Knights of Favonius's expedition has ended, my personal journey continues still.
This letter from Godwin?
Let's see where this is going.
Therefore, I have decided to stand fast in Nodcry and to continue fighting for the defense of my beloved Mondstadt. I understand this decision may hurt you, and no apology can undo the pain I cause. But please, believe me when I say, my love runs deep and true.
Deep and true. Thank you, Grandmaster Varka, for bringing me this letter. Godwin's resolve. I can feel it clearly. Though being apart may be painful, if this is his decision, I'll wait as long as it takes. May the Thousand Winds protect you, Godwin.
Haha, don't worry. The situation there is safe now. I'm sure that Godwin will be back before you know it. Well then, Miss Glory, I have other matters to attend to. Farewell, for now.
What's the deal with that letter? Did Godwin really go to Nodcry?
He did indeed. Where should I start? After my little refresher course, I gave him 1 day to make his final decision.
Grandmaster, I think I've made up my mind. I can't keep lying to her.
Is that so? Good. I may have said that the Knights of Favonius do not interfere with personal matters, so long as the decisions you make do not impugn the honor of the Knights. But I must say, deep down, I was hoping this would be the path you chose. You don't look so good, though. Rough night, huh?
You can say that again. Even though I made my decision, I wasn't sure of the best way to tell her. In the end, I stayed up all night working on this letter.
Sure didn't skimp on the prep, huh? Come on, let me take a look. I'm sorry, Glory. I must confess my sins. Well, I guess that's passable. A hypocrite like myself deserves no forgiveness, much less the honor to remain by your side. What's all this? I don't deserve your forgiveness. Perhaps you deserve someone better. What the heck is this nonsense? Is this your attempt at taking responsibility?
Grandmaster, please let me explain. I've carefully thought this through. If I tell her more lies, even if she never finds out the truth, I would only grow to despise myself more. Could someone like that truly make her happy? But if I confess everything, I'm sure she'll forgive me and accept me, as despicable as I've been. Because she's so gentle, so understanding. But I can't bring myself to accept her kindness in such a shameful way. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. I've thought it all through. What decision to make, what the consequences will be, and I think I could bear it all. But even then, no matter what I choose, I'd never be able to forgive myself.
In this state, even if I forced you to face her, I doubt it would do either of you much good. After all these years of patrolling and fighting on the outskirts of Mondstadt, you've covered no less ground than the expedition itself. Come on, how has your resolve gotten so weak?
Perhaps I was beyond saving from the moment I told that first lie to avoid the shame.
Well, if you can't forgive yourself for your lies, then why not turn them into truths? Embark on your own expedition.
My own expedition?
Go to Nodcry and temper your resolve. They're short-handed there at the moment anyway. So consider this your punishment for not returning to duty on time.
Nodcry? The expedition's final destination?
Go and learn from the expedition forces there what it truly means to be an upstanding knight. Naturally, before your character building begins, you'll need to resolve your affairs in Mondstadt first. Go fetch a pen and paper and write a new letter. This time, I'll dictate and you transcribe. I don't want to read any more of this spineless drivel. All right. My Lady Glory, at this very moment, I am writing to you over a glass of fine wine.
Grandmaster? We don't usually address each other like this. And if I'm going to write about wine, how about the scent of wine on the wind reminds me of you, no matter how far apart.
There's no need for you to add anything. Just write exactly what I say. Now, although the Knights of Favonius's expedition has ended, my personal journey continues still.
All right. I've written so many letters. Maybe it's time I took notes from someone else.
To continue fighting for the defense of my beloved Mondstadt. Ha ha! I really outdid myself with that ending.
Yes, indeed. But I still want to apologize to Glory, at least in some way.
All right, let me think. You could add a postscript.
I understand this decision may hurt you, and no apology can undo the pain I cause. But please, believe me when I say, my love for you runs deep and true.
Paimon knew it! Something felt off about that whole letter. Except the last bit. But isn't this just a different kind of lie?
You think so? Well, the letter genuinely was written by Godwin himself, and he really has gone to Nodcry now. As for getting separated from the expedition, well, the letter didn't mention anything about that.
Ugh. So Paimon guesses you didn't technically lie.
Besides, if Godwin were to face Glory now, it would leave an indelible mark on both their hearts. They'd never be able to truly move on. He made an undeniable mistake, one for which he must make amends through his actions, both for the Knights of Favonius and for Glory. Godwin is promised me that once his expedition is over, he will personally confess everything to Glory. As for me, I pray he won't waste this opportunity to become a true knight once again. But that's an understanding we have as fellow Knights of Favonius.
Well, at least he's moving in the right direction.
Don't forget to keep your promise, Godwin.
I see. Well, I suppose I was suggesting that Godwin had to go to Notri to act as part of the skeleton crew at the Favonius Keep there. And if he does eventually come back and reveal everything, then I suppose I can't really complain with how this ended. Although it is just kind of putting it off for a later day, if you ask me. So not really concluded at all. Well, I suppose there's nothing to be done about it now. And besides, we have other matters to attend to. As promised, we now begin Homework Mona of Untested Insight. Following the hints in the dictionary, you and Paimon decide to deliver the assignment to Mona. It should be a simple task, or so it seems. I wonder which of the ladies of the Hexen Circle set this task for Mona. I suppose it would follow that Barbeloth did so. After all, she is her student. Let's see. Interesting. Xerai Secret Rite. When Mona's normal attacks or charged attacks hit an opponent, she gains 1 stack of Astral Glow of Mercury for 8 seconds, max 3 stacks. This effect can grant at most 1 stack every 0.1 seconds. When other party members trigger a Vaporize reaction on an enemy, all Astral Glow of Mercury stacks are consumed. Each stack consumed increases the damage of that Vaporize reaction by 5%. Additionally, when Mona's normal attacks or charged attacks hit an opponent, the enemy's Omen duration is extended by 2 seconds. So, obviously, you're meant to pair Mona with Durin for this. After all, without a second Hexerai unit, this effect does not activate, and Durin is the obvious choice for Vaporize. Although this does seem like an attempt to make Mona into a main DPS unit. After all, to make this work, you need to do her normal or charged attacks. Not exactly the direction I was expecting for Mona's Hexerai buff. The second part, the extending Omen duration, that's more in line with what I was thinking, but even then you still need normal and charged attacks. If it were elemental skill hits, then that would be a different story, but it's normal and charged. Yeah, so kind of weird. But oh well. The dry well doth not reflect the stars. As expected, she's here in Mondstadt. And at her home, no less.
Mona! We have something for you.
Oh, Traveler Paimon! You're full of energy today. You have something for me, you said? Is it some quick and easy way to make Mora by any chance?
Well, actually, it's some kind of task from your master.
Yeah, that's a hard no. Ugh, but I guess I don't have a choice, huh? An enterprising spirit is important and all that. I just know it's going to be torture, though. I know that old hag all too well.
Why don't you just take a look first?
Huh. This book doesn't seem so special to me. Oh, whoa! Letters just fell out of it.
Oh, maybe she's trying to reconcile with you?
No idea. Either way, it looks like I'm supposed to open these 3 letters in order. Well, let's start with the first one. If this is her task, it should be okay for us all to read. Come on, let's see what this is about.
Oh, how long it's been, my student. I'm afraid to report that getting up and about is becoming harder and harder these days.
Oh, the sympathy card. She could have tried to make it sound a bit more genuine at least.
Remember when I would chase you and you would run for dear life, trying to use that hydro phantom of yours to distract me? Oh, seems like it was just yesterday. Now you're off on your own, and I laze the days away in my rocking chair. I really should get some exercise again.
Well, then get it some other way, you old hag.
I was going to say, I didn't think Mona would be all that keen on the idea of Barbeloth chasing her around again. Also, I wonder whether or not Barbeloth is telling the truth about her declining physical state. After all, she is one of the Hexenzirkel witches, and so far as I'm aware, she is several centuries old at least. Granted, she's not an angel like Nicole or whatever Alice is. Or at least she doesn't seem to be, because I don't see pointy ears, but I wonder, because the only mortal among the Hexenzirkel was M, Durin's mother. So I wonder if Barbeloth is immortal or not. It is interesting to consider she's the only one that looks old. Oh well. On second thought, this seems kinda private.
Now, I'm sure you're curious as to the purpose of this letter. And to that, I say this. If you want to learn how to predict the fate of an entire kingdom, or even the entire world, head to Sumeru and search for the gate to an underground kingdom. Once there, open the second letter.
Huh. But she knows how to lure people in, that's for sure. Is she serious about passing on her secret technique? Guess she really is getting old.
You two have such a weird dynamic. When you talk about sentimental stuff, you fight. But when it comes to dry academic stuff, you get all emotional. Anyway, this gate to an underground kingdom sounds familiar.
Wait, you've heard of it?
Yeah, it should be the same one we're thinking of.
Perfect. I don't even need to investigate then. Oh, that means no hired guide, no lodging, no shelling out Mora left and right. Come on, there's no time to waste. Let's go.
And since you didn't mention a transportation fee just now, Paimon's guessing that means
Yep, same method as usual. Let's go!
Looks like we're going there the fast way. Interesting loading screen as well. I like the blue.
This brings back memories of summertime. It's actually kind of refreshing.
So, this is the gate to the ancient kingdom of Conria. I'm sure a lot of secrets and tragedies lie behind it.
Well, let's open the second letter.
Let me see here. Yep, it's this one.
As the ancient Sumeru saying goes, rote knowledge bears no fruit until it is watered with the showers of wisdom. With that in mind, there is a phenomenon in this land known as the Sign of Apausha. It is a celestial mark that burns in response to an all too ardent desire for the truth. In that sense, perhaps it's more fitting to call it a sign of truth instead. The records of this ancient kingdom state there are several large subterranean lakes in Conria, clear and calm as mirrors, whose surfaces reflect the true stars. This is because the sign of truth created in the water is able to bypass the false sky and connect to the outer universe.
I had no idea.
To observe the gravitational forces and influence of celestial bodies, one must be able to see past the false sky. Only by obtaining these cosmic parameters can one predict the fate of this world. Now, my task for you is as follows. Open a sign of truth in front of the gate to Conria.
The rest is a bunch of stuff about the ceremony the old hag came up with to summon this thing.
Yeah, all these planetary trajectories and runes. Paimon's not even gonna try to make sense of it. So, what do you say, Mona? Are you gonna attempt it?
Well, I hate to admit it, but it looks like the parameters she came up with could work. Frankly, this prospect is quite exciting, and heading back now will just cost me another night of lodging, so no better time than the present. Emissaries of the enduring stars, wanderers over ecliptic and equatorial plains, radiant celestial brethren. Traverse the twisted paths of the cavernous void. I, Mona Magistus the Astrologist, invoke the power of Hydro to balance the scales. By wisdom and truth, let the thirst be relieved. I, Mona Magistus, the Astrologist, summon you, O stars, to stand before me!
Did it work?
Ooh. Enemies.
Monsters! How did that happen?
No dice. The sign of truth only opened long enough for the monsters to slip through. Darn it. I didn't get a glimpse of the real stars at all. Whatever. I'll just take it out on you.
Hmm.
The ceremony failed, but the old hag's new theory seems workable. I have a better grasp of hydromancy now. And the perfect test subjects to test it on.
Watch out! Rise with the sun!
Full as blood!
I swear by my sword!
Kane! New life! Stay back! Light it up!
Phew! That's that.
Well, the old hag said to open the third letter once it was all said and done. But I couldn't make it work. So, should I still open it?
You know, Paimon thinks she understands your dynamic a lot better now. Look, she didn't say you had to successfully complete the ceremony, so you can open it. It'll be fine.
I guess. All the same, I doubt she has anything nice to say.
If you're reading this, it means you attempted to open the sign of truth. Seriously, I can't believe you actually tried it.
What are you laughing at, you old hag?
Conria was home to several lakes of stars, rendering the fabric of space in that area comparatively unstable. As a result, attempts to break through the firmament through non-physical means were more likely to succeed. In any case, I knew this place was well hidden and wouldn't be frequented by too many people. As such, any negative effects of failing to open the sign of truth would remain small scale. And of course, as my student, I felt sure you would have the chops to deal with the abyssal creatures that roam beyond the false sky. Even if you couldn't beat them, I am certain you could outrun them. You always were fast on your feet.
That's rather cruel, might be the word I'd use.
Ah, connecting hydromancy to the kind of wisdom that quenches thirst. Truly, my genius knows no bounds. The practical application of the scry glass has also reduced disturbances caused by the false sky. I'd like to see Alice try and top that.
Mona cuts it off there. Apparently, the old hag proceeds to brag for a further few thousand words. After sorting through the observation results, you all return to Mondstadt. So much for Barbeloth attempting to reconcile with Mona. Although, I will grant that Barbeloth did, in fact, just teach Mona a little something. She did, in fact, improve on Mona's abilities, so I suppose one could argue that it was not entirely, well, without benefit to Mona. Still, it's a rather roundabout way of going through things. Oh well. With that, I think I'll wrap up today's episode. If you enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And today, I'll point you toward a bit of my own creative writing. With the two-part story, at least partial story, Dragons Falling from the Sky. If you enjoy listening to my voice and want to hear what my own tale might sound like, then by all means, give those two videos a listen. And I do hope you enjoy them. And as always, have a good day.